Today for math, we are going to be finding the mathematical rule and any missing numbers. Okay, so our learning target is I can find the mathematical rule and fill in any missing numbers. Our success criteria, these are the things that we want you to be able to do at the end of this video. Our student, that's you, can determine the operation of the rule. So is it multiplication, addition, subtraction, or division? And then the next thing we want you to be able to do is determine how much the pattern is increasing or decreasing by. Also, we're basically find the number, like how much. Is it 2? Is it 5? And then student can find any missing numbers. So again, our learning target is I can find the mathematical rule and fill in any missing numbers. In order to do that, I need to know a couple things. I need to know what a pattern is, and it's a series or sequence that repeats, and then the mathematical rule, what is that? It's a set way to calculate or solve. So if I'm given the mathematical rule of +5, I'm going to be adding 5 every time to find any missing numbers. So let's do this first one. I need to find the rule and the missing numbers in the pattern below. So I'm going to do this first one, and I just want you to watch, okay? So first things first, I need to decide, is it increasing or decreasing? Well, it starts at 4 and it goes to 8, meaning it's getting bigger, so it's increasing. So I'm either going to be adding or multiplying, okay? I'm going to try adding. Okay, what plus 4 gives me 8? I'm already thinking it's 4, right? So I'm going to try it. And you'll notice that I'm missing a number. I'm going to try to fill in that missing number and then see if the next number I get is correct. So I said it's +4. So 8 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I think that's 12. 12 plus 4, does that equal 32? No, it doesn't. So +4 is not going to work. So that means it's not plus. That means it's multiplication, okay? So something times something. Okay, well 4 times something equals 8. And I need to figure out what that something is. 4 times 2 equals 8. Now I'm going to try to multiply by 2 and see if that gives me the right numbers. So 4 times 2 equals 8. 8 times 2 equals 16. 16 times 2, if I don't know what that is, I could just add 16 plus 16 and I get 32. Oh, hey, it works. It works. So it is times 2, that's the rule. Now I just need to find the last missing number. So 32 times 2, if I don't know what that is, I can essentially just double it, and I'd get 64. Okay, so let's look at this next one. And this one you're going to do with me, okay? So we have 700, 690, missing number, 670, and then missing number. So need to find the rule and the missing numbers. Okay, well it starts off with 700 and then it goes to 690. So are you thinking it's increasing or decreasing? If you need more time, pause the video. I'm thinking it's definitely decreasing. It's getting smaller. So that means it's either subtraction or division. Okay? I'm going to try subtraction because I think that's the easiest one. It won't always work, but I'm going to at least try it. Okay. So I need to think, okay, I started at 700 and then I got to 690. That's subtracting 10, right? Okay, so 690 minus 10 more is going to give me 680. 680 minus 10 more is going to give me 670. So does it work? Hopefully you're saying, yeah, it does work. So I'm going to keep going. 670 minus 10 more gives me 660. And just so you can actually see, sorry, this, oops, I tried to click the erase button. I made it worse. This says 680, okay? So I found the mathematical rule and I found my 2 missing numbers. Let's move on to this next one, okay? So let's look at it. 234, 238, 240. So go ahead, pause the video, and ask yourself, is it increasing or decreasing? Hopefully you said, well, it's definitely getting bigger. 244 is a lot bigger than 234. So it's definitely increasing. So it either means I'm adding or I'm multiplying. So one thing with multiplying that you'll notice is it gets big quick. It went from 4 to 64 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, right? Here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, 6 numbers actually, if I had all the numbers there, and it didn't get much bigger. It only got 10 bigger. So I'm thinking I might be adding, but either way, I'm going to try adding first because it's easier, right? Okay, and for this one, I'm going to find two numbers next to each other to make my life easier. Okay, 238 and then 240. So how much? Okay, what times 238 is going to give me 240? 238, 239, 240. Oh, I counted wrong. Let's try it. 238. I'm not going to count my finger. 239, 240. Two more, right? So I'm thinking it's plus 2. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try it. 232 plus 2 more would give me 236. Okay, 236 plus 2 more would give me 238. So it does work. 238 plus 2 more gives me 240. 240 plus 2 more gives me 242. And then 242 plus 2 more gives me 244. So it does work, and I found my two missing numbers. Okay, now we're at the you do. So, in a second, you're going to try to find the rule and the missing numbers for the pattern below. 1, 2, 4, blank, blank, 32, 64. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find the rule and the missing numbers. Okay. Hopefully you asked yourself, is it increasing or decreasing? Well, it starts out at 1 and ends up at 64. I'm going to say that it's definitely increasing. It's getting bigger. So I'm either adding or I'm multiplying. So I start off with 1 and then I get to 2. So if I'm adding, I just added 1, right? And then 2 plus 1 equals 3, not 4. It's not working. Adding isn't working. So if adding isn't working, I'm just going to automatically assume that I'm multiplying, okay? So since I know I'm multiplying now, I need to figure out times what. 1 times something gave me 2. And then 2 times something gave me 4. Well, 1 times 2 would give me 2, and 2 times 2 would give me 4. I'm thinking it might be 2, right? So then 4 times 2 equals 8, and 8 times 2 equals 16, and 16 times 2, or 16 doubled, equals 32, and 32 doubled, or times 2, equals 64. So I've now found my rule and my two missing numbers. Okay, let's do this next one, okay? So you're given 64, blank, 16, blank, 4, 2, and a 1. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find the rule and the missing numbers. Okay, hopefully you said, well, it's definitely decreasing. I start at 64 and I end at 1, so it's definitely getting smaller. So I'm either subtracting or dividing. And I can try subtracting. Okay, 2 minus what equals 1? 2 minus 1 equals 1, right? And then 4 minus 1 would equal 3, not 2. So it doesn't work. Subtracting doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. So if that one doesn't make any sense, I am dividing. Okay? So now I need to figure out what I'm dividing by. I'm noticing that this looks like a pattern I've seen before. I'm also thinking, okay, 2 divided by what equals 1? 2 divided by 2 equals 1, okay, and then 4 divided by, because it would have to be the same number, right, the same rule, 2 equals 2, and 16 divided by 2 would give, 2 would give me 8, and 8 divided by 2 would give me 4, so I think I've got this, okay. So if I can't divide, I can multiply going the opposite direction. So if you struggle with division, you might want to think about multiplication, okay? So what times 16 divided by 2 would give me 8, right? And 64 divided by 2, I'm going to half it. Remember, cut it in half would give me 32. You'll notice that these are essentially the same numbers as up there, but they're going in the opposite direction, so it's division. It's dividing by 2, okay? Let's look at this last one. Find the rule and the missing numbers in the pattern below. 3, blank, 27, 81, 243. I need to find the rule and that missing number. So go ahead, pause the video, and see if you can find the rule or the missing number. Okay, well, hopefully you looked at it and you asked yourself, is it increasing or decreasing? It's definitely increasing. It's getting bigger. So I'm either adding or I'm multiplying. Okay, so I start out with 3 and I end up with 243. That makes me think that since it goes all crazy like that, it might be multiplication. But multiplication's hard for me, so I'm gonna try addition first. Okay, well, 27 plus what would give, yeah, it's not working. I can't come up with a number that I would be subtracting that I would be adding every time. It doesn't work. So I think it is that multiplication, right? Okay, so I have 3, and then I have blank, and then I have 27, and then I have 81. So if I don't know this off the top of my head, which I kind of doubt most people would, a strategy I could use is figure out how many times 27s it takes to make 81. Okay, so 27 plus 27, that would give me 14. Okay, 4, 5, 54. I'm not quite at 81 again, so I'm going to add 27 again. Okay, 7 plus 4 gives me 11. 5 plus 1, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so when I added 27 3 times, I got 81. And if I wanted to double check, I could add 81 3 times and see if I get 243. So I'm thinking it's times 3. What times 3 would give me, I have 3, so I need to figure out what 3 times 3 is. 3 times 3 is 9, right? And then 9 times 3 does equal 27, and we already said 27 times 3 equals 81, so we should be good to go. I found my rule, and I found my missing number. That one was hard. Okay, so for your exit ticket, I did take it a little bit easier on you, okay? You are going to find the rule and the missing numbers for each of these patterns. When you are done, you are going to Zoom your teacher with the rules plus the numbers, okay? So each of these have 2 missing numbers, so you're going to Zoom me with the rule. How do I get those numbers? And then those missing numbers for each of the 3 problems. So again, you're going to Zoom us and get feedback. If you have any questions, please let myself know or Mr. Davison.